rest out on that seventh day. God bless that firstborn, always stepping out for more, always reaching out for more. So let's see what's in store. In the store for this northern slave and get the gap that God gave. Now use it through life's rays or the light in them dark caves. Thank God that he saves, thank God that he paid. Grooves right down on the ground for the ones who hearing the sound. Where's the bass that's in the cap? Real music, that's where it's at. Columbus said this, got my back, so I sit back. Come recline for God's picture, perfect sign. Yeah, fam, no filter needed. One of a kind, Instagram on the list, not completed. Keep bumping on struggle lane. Some say I'm insane, some say I'm a bit lame to rap where there's so much pain. For the cities, for the stain, Midwest, God is great. Don't know what you missing until it's too late. Only state that says high, in between both double O's. Midwest, respect the blow. Midwest, respect the blow. Only state that says high, in between both double O's. Midwest, respect the blow. Midwest, respect the blow. No disrespect to that west coast, that down south, or that east line, but the Midwest is just fine. Why you forgetting this, man? I'ma come up with a plan. Make you remember that God be blessing us even when someone's returning the winners. Gotta laugh through them growing years, had to work through those many tears. As the life circle gets smaller, problems and issues get taller. That's okay, you keep going on, growing up and rolling on. Ohio is where it's at. 1803 founding facts. Lift me up, Lord, with your grace. Lift me up so I can see your face. Give me faith that can't be replaced. Show the light so I can win this race. Yo, where all God's people at? Faith, true supporters. Real music is not distorted. Matter of fact, it's what you ordered. Here's a dose of what you need. Everything minus the greed. Now all of us can proceed to grow so my G.O.D. And I'll be the first one on the list, cause my name is Prophecy. Real music is in the building. Yes, we do it properly. Properly. We gon' make you say it. Now everyone who comes around, go ahead and just replay it. Replay it. We gon' make you say it. Now everyone who comes around, go ahead and just replay it. Replay it. God is good and you can't deny. God is good and you can't deny. God is good and you know that's right. That's right. In between both double O's. In between both double O's. Let's go. Only state that says high. In between both double O's. Midwest, respect the blow. Midwest, respect the blow. Only state that says high, in between both double O's. Midwest, respect the blow. Midwest, respect the blow. Ohio.
Fox, you come with me.
Let's say it like this. No way. Ain't no way the devil can. Let's say it like this. No way. Ain't no way the devil can say like. Yeah, he tells me I ain't worth a penny. Maybe that's why no one will defend me. Many hate, few and very few really feel me. What's that devil? Go and get the Henny. Hold the other bottle with tonic. Pressure in my brain, maybe that's why Pops is an alcoholic. So I gotta grow up, be a man, get down, speak up on the summer, so we'll never ever be up on it. When all the hyper country acts and all the hypocrites and all the smart actors are just illiterate. Get together, formulate a blind thinking God's not hearing it. Come on, man, not a little bit. That's when I know the devil's at work. Cause I know what this many people can hear from a church or a field with your man's at. But can't play cause when you look, it's nothing but nubs or his hands at. See, when I walked, it was the nice, then it's up to Christ, saying that he paid the price. Then I saw the light, it was shining bright, single candlestick, dark room, man, with the candlelight. But I keep on writing till it bring light. You the pen and pad, that's the only other way, right? Keep the big picture in sight, wrap the fingers all the way around to your whole hand to the sight. See, the devil thought he had a plan. Yeah. See, the devil thought he had my hand, got me through every which way to a fake promised land that he never made with him. He stepped in sink of sand. Yeah. See, it's never okay to be in the same place, cause you never awake. Then it's too late to try to replace what's already been placed. That's why you gotta turn around, stand up and say, turn that one night. 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 Let's say it like this. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. Ain't no way the devil come. Let's say it like this. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. Ain't no way the devil come. Let's say it like. Now I'm about to take it up to another level. Tell the truth, the whole truth about the devil. He's the first one to spread lies, break ties, first one to make a mother cry. Why? I don't know why, but I do know that God saved me. Had me follow that long, straight and never ever since I was a baby. The devil tried to persuade me, drove me crazy. Stop loving God, boy, please, you couldn't pay me. Oh, now I'm about to tell her like it is, and the parents and the kids get the same type of message. No question, see, the devil hates positivity. Drink it all up, call your lemonade, leave you empty. Now here's a new way. Okay, to tell the devil no way. Jose, you gotta educate your mind all the time, otherwise you'll be the blind man sitting in the movie. Only a percent of y'all will get it. Only a percent of y'all will be with it. Are you with it? Cause the devil come up with your head and he ain't stopping. I told you before, hit your body, leave you rocking. We in the manhole. It's so dark you can see the videos of the gorillas in the Congo. That's why you can't listen though. But some of y'all folks out there don't want to hear me though. See, the devil thought he had a plan. Yeah. See, the devil thought he had my hand, got me through every which way to a fake promised land that he never made with him. He stepped in sink of sand. Yeah. See, it's never okay to be in the same place, cause you never awake. Then it's too late to try to replace what's already been placed. That's why you gotta turn around, stand up and say, turn that one night. 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 Let's say it like this. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. Ain't no way the devil come. Let's say it like this. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. Ain't no way the devil coming with the same lie.
You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus every Monday from 6 to 8. You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus on WTMJ. You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus every Monday from 6 to 8. You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus only on WTMJ.
And we're back. What's good, everybody? What's good?
Welcome to Spotlight of Columbus, WTMH Radio. My name is Patrice. That was William Ryan on there. And hey, Capone.
What's up? How y'all doing?
How is everybody doing today?
I'm exhausted, but I'm smiling again, so I'm good. I got it.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'm energy right
so we're going to ask about that.
I had my kids this weekend. And, you know what I'm saying? Dee, she had all her kids, and I didn't have all of mine. And it was just one of those weekends where the weather was dope. Made some good money this weekend. Woo-hoo. We had a good time, and it was just, I don't know, the vibe was just super dope this weekend. Mm-hmm. And shout out to the I gotta get their name correct because I know I'm gonna mess it up. Correct. I gotta get on my Facebook. But if y'all know what the medieval time thing is, like, you know, like the cable guy, how they do like they was doing that at the Park of Roses. And at the last Sunday of each month at noon, they're out there from like noon to like 5. Now when we was out there, it was like probably like good 30 of them or whatever. You know, they already got their clans out there, but they said normally it's like 100, 150, 200 people out there like participating, but they got some kind of extracurricular stuff going on in the other states, so people was going to those events. So, you know, I don't know how. I sit down and, you know, they come talk to me, and I'm talking about broadcasting, I'm talking about WTMH, and I'm like, if y'all get me on schedule and y'all gonna do it real big, I said, we might come out here and broadcast just to see what's up.
Right.
And the guy, man, that's when he broke down. He was like, oh yeah, every Thursday, I don't know where it's at, but he said every Thursday at Wolf Park.
Wolf Park is out south.
That's actually in It's in what is it?
He said it's not too far
German
from
Village.
No, he said it's not too far from Franklin Park.
Yeah, it's over. It's almost like Southfield. It's just before you get to Southfield, Wolf Park here.
Well, he said every Thursday they're there.
Mm-hmm.
They practicing. They got them. Now they ain't no play. They was kicking each other's ass. You know. I mean, even the women. I was like, holy sh. Man, listen.
They don't play. Don't you just get down?
Man, listen, bro. Look, they went in, and so
what exactly is it? I mean, what is it?
They dress up like, I call it medieval times because as soon as I seen it, it reminded me of Cable Guy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So they were medieval times. So they dress up into like the old kings, like the knights of, you know. So they got the sheets on. They got their clan colors. They built shields and sticks and swords out of foam and painted them, and they got games like, I know you don't know about Call of Duty.
Yeah, I do.
You do, so you know about all the games they got on there, like like Dominations and all that. Mm-hmm. They do those type of games
for medieval times.
Yeah, and it'd be like, capture the flag. They got to try to capture the flag, and then we got to like get the. It was like chess. You had to get the king or the queen and walk them across without, and they had to block them. It was really amazing. Right. Because when we had a photo shoot for the seniors, and we was up on like the mountain thing, and we was like, we get done, Didi brought the kids like, we're gonna go to the basketball court. Mm-hmm. Right. But then he had this camera, like I was saying before, B had this camera with the long lens on it. Mm-hmm. So we up on the hill, and I'm like, what is that? What are they doing over there? Mm-hmm. It looked like no game. Right. Man, I get that lens, and I'm telling you, zoom right up on them. I was like, oh, we're gonna do that. So my daughter was like, Destiny, she was like, well, Daddy, what's that? And I broke it down to her, like, what they're doing. Right. So at the end of the photo shoot, I was like, okay, y'all, let's go to the basketball court. She was like, Daddy, you said we was about to go watch them fight. And I looked at my baby, I said, you a Daddy's girlfriend. Let's go. And she had the dog, and we went over there, and we all, like, I was like, yeah, I want to be white for like 20 minutes. Everybody was like, what you mean white? So I sat on the ground. Like, it was a joke. All right, Kanye. Like, I sat on the grass. Shut up, we're gonna get to that. I sat in the grass, and they was like, what you mean being white? And then B back there cracking up. It was like, y'all don't get it. Because you look around, white people just plop on the ground, like, don't even care about the Indian style and everything. Yeah, like, so it was fun. And then we got up, and then that's when everybody kept talking to us. But the game, and then I joined their Facebook forum. Dude gave me business cards and everything. The one I'm gonna probably get everybody to go to says 30 minutes away. It's like Cambridge, Ohio. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got a field out there, and this field is where they build the fake castles, the real fake walls, and they really go in. And I'm
I do know about that. Wow. That's why I did the promotion at. Remember when that promotion I did in Cambridge, and I was telling you that's what they do, because they have that, and then they have a zombie run where they they do the zombie run. They do that. I mean, and because they do, like it's really really big. Like it's promoted, and they have promotional people there. I mean, it's huge.
It's big, but I asked them. I said, "So do you have like cabins out there?" They was like, "No." It was like, it's land of acres. He said people bring acres. He said we kick it all week, and I was like, he's like, anybody's welcome to join. Anybody's welcome to bring cameras. He said this is something that we welcome everybody. And I was like, wow.
I actually got pictures.
That sounds like a ball for real.
Man, listen, so I asked my daughter, I was like, if Daddy go buy the big tent that fit like 15 people and wanted to take half a day put up, is this something you would like to do? And all the kids was like, we'll help put up the tent, we'll help cook it. I was looking around like, they weren't playing. They were so serious. But it was so dope. Like, I was broke. We didn't leave the park till like 5:30, 6 o'clock. Nope. And then after that,
the pictures you guys took, I mean, you could tell y'all had you guys.
Oh man, there's more. Man, shout out to my son, Mike Sean. He's an a-hole. I love him to know. I love him to death because he don't like to smile in front of the camera. He'll laugh and joke, but we put the camera on. He gotta be tough. Yeah. I'm like, so I punched him in the stomach. And he started laughing, and we started taking pictures. It was. People thought I was abusing my kids. I was hitting them and everything. But everybody think I'm tripping. But I was happy to see my kids, so we fight.
Right.
Then after the fighting goes,
people don't understand that. That's what I told you. Said, well, he'll tell you when I used to do that, and they'd be like, "Mom, why you gotta hit me?" I was like, "That's how I show my love." Yeah,
you like, "Wow, I love you." They're like, "This hurt though." You be all right.
You'll be all right.
Be all right. But Parker Roses is going to be one of the new spots, and And we met some MMA people out there, some MMA fighters out there.
Oh, really?
Man, listen,
it's big in Columbus. MMA is real big.
Listen, I'm telling you, I don't know what this says about me, but when I'm in the sun, white people like are drawn to me. It's like I feel like I'm Darth Vader, and I'm just using the force. Because the dude came up was like, when I would play this, and then he did some stands. It was like, and I was like, what do you do for a living? And then his wife is in the hoodie. And I was like, what do y'all do? It was like, we MMA and they just had a match, and all his fingers was wrapped up and all this stuff. And I was like, oh man, he was like, yeah, I also do ice sculpting. They have an ice sculpting contest. I was like, I need that information too. Fine. And then I was like, yo, turn into the WTMA's Buck Underground show. We play music on there. He was like, hey, I think I heard of that. I was like, excuse me? He was like, yeah, DJ Dre. He was like, ain't your name? And I was like, Ray. He's like, yeah. I'm like, what y'all doing? I was like, what the hell? I said, numbers is going good.
Yes.
Like,
that's good. Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, for like 3 hours, we was the only black people at the Park of Roses. And then we see one black dude, but like he disappeared. Like it was like, oh my
But God, you know what? It's a lot of people that go, especially if you go there on the weekend. Like, I mean, you will see it and it'll start, but they start coming like about 1 or 2 o'clock.
Listen, they go Park of Roses. See, I haven't been to Park of Roses in probably
it's beautiful,
like 10 years. Mm-hmm. But going there, and I was just like, damn. And I actually got a chance to not do nothing, and then I went live. If anybody go back and watch my live from Sunday, I was acting a fool. Every white girl that was coming to talk to me, I was showing their butt, but they didn't realize I was like, look at your butt. She's like, I was like, and but listen,
he was being creep.
I got being creep, and I was letting them know what I was doing. Hey, we was having a ball, and they loved it. They loved it. They loved it. So you can find WTMH Live or WTMH Radio last Sundays at noon at Park of Roses. But I might be trying to get there like at 7 in the morning, get one of the gazebos. Because they're right there at the soccer field, and there's like 2 cooking gazebos over there. And you know how they treat it, first come, first serve. So I'm like, I told Didi, I was like
we need to really do something there.
I just told you, we're guaranteed. Like I told them people, I was like, I'm guaranteed gonna be here. Now I got to figure out the power supply because I was like, I would love to broadcast from there. That's a good crossover.
Oh, that would be nice.
And the one guy was like,
the weather is getting really.
He was like, man, we would love that because we're trying to get. But he asked, he said, would y'all like to come out here and try it with us? I said no.
I would.
Sunday, I said no. I said my weight will not allow me to run in that grass under this sun. I was like, there's not.
I'd be good. I'd be good.
Because right there on that field,
right.
I was like, there's trees right here, but right on the field, the sun was here so hard. I was like, nah, we ain't got enough water.
But see, that's fine with me because I stay cold. I'm cold now.
Yeah,
it feel good in here.
So last Sunday of the month. Of each month, we will be down there, and we'll be going down there next Sunday to check out the power supply because they got plugs and stuff. We got to make sure where they at.
Can I ride with you? I'm gonna just say that because
you know how to get a car to meet me there.
Yeah.
Just meet me. Look, stop, Mom. Yeah. Stop looking at him like that.
See what you did already.
I was just doing that good in some pocket.
Man, the devil's advocate already. Huh?
Hey, but I'm on that family thing. Look, I'm on that family thing right now. I'm the dude that's ready to pack up 40 sandwiches and 40 bottled waters and just go into it because we be that because you understand I grew up on the north side,
right?
And our park that we grew up at was St. Stephen's.
Yeah.
And no matter if you couldn't go inside, you was outside. And when I was out there, it was just so cool. I was like, I got to really
but
chill.
You were so young, you don't remember. You probably don't even remember Mr. Stevens, who is named after, who actually started that whole thing. Yes, I remember that. Well, I remember when I was little, I was going there, but that was when Mr. Stevens and his wife used to babysit for me.
Yeah, that was. I'm trying to remember the guy that did the coordinator for the after school program. I can't even remember who that was.
The real tall black guy.
They look like old pimp.
Yeah, but he wasn't it. They actually put him in it when they got too old to run it on their own.
Yeah, I can't remember, but I already knew. Man, when the gym opened and the weight room opened, I always went to the weight room before I went to the gym. It was man, St. Stephen's was dope, but we're going out there, Park of Roses made me like, yeah, I need to be back outside. So as soon as we left there, I come to the crowd, go get some pizzas, I go get some beers and stuff for the kids and get some orange pop and some ice cream to make floats and all that. I went in the garage, I had her kids, I paid them to do the yard. I started working on the bikes in the garage. I got 2 bikes fixed. I'm like, man, we got to go to the park. Man, bro,
See, and
I
that's
get
the
a shake.
kind of stuff I remember. I talked to Ryan about that all the time before, Franklin Park and all of that got conservative.
Yeah.
How we used to be able to drive our cars through when everybody get their shoes and everything shining. That's where everybody went to hang out. Everybody knew each other. Everybody was going there to play basketball. And then it really was all summer. No, yeah, you first.
It was like my first year.
Yeah, and I took him there, and that's where.
After that, that's when it stopped.
Yeah, it just stopped. But I mean, Franklin Park was one, and then the Cleveland Avenue used to be the spot where it was always Cleveland and Livingston. If you wanted to show off your cars, that's where you would drive down, and everybody knew everybody.
I seen the pictures of Mount Vernon.
Yeah, Mount Vernon. Yeah, it was. I'm telling you, Mount Vernon, Livingston, and Cleveland Avenue used to be the spots. We used to drag race down Cleveland, and then back in the day, I don't know if I told you or not, like. It literally from Bexley to Columbus, the police couldn't. If you got through, like if you were drag racing and you went through Bexley, if they didn't catch you before you got in Columbus, they couldn't do. They had to stop right at Bexley. They couldn't take you.
The jurisdiction was on.
So
we missed another one. You probably got to go back and charge.
Yeah, so we would do. I mean, we would mess with them so bad, and it was the same way with Worthington. The minute you hit back into Columbus, there was nothing they can do when we were there. So we would always drag race in those districts because they were so short that we knew once we got back in Columbus, they couldn't do anything.
Now that's gangster.
Now they can't do that.
Yeah, that's gangster. They do it on purpose. They're like, you got gas, I got gas. Let's go.
Yeah, and we would drag race down. I'm telling you.
I'm full too. Let's do this.
Yeah, but that was the weekend. It was a beautiful weekend, man. And anybody want to start coming to Park and Roses? I'm out there. I'm like I found this thing on eBay. It's $70, and I recommend everybody get it. I'm about to order mine tomorrow.
I need you to help me work that camera, that 3D camera.
Don't even worry about it. Come to Park and Roses. We can work. We can shoot a video out there and everything.
Okay.
But look, I found this thing. It's $70. It's probably the dopest invention I've ever seen since sliced bread. Listen, check this out.
Since sliced bread.
It's a cooler this big. It turns into a full-blown table and a top cooler with chairs.
Where you get that at?
It's on eBay, yo. They got them in red and white and blue and white. It's like it goes like this. The cooler's like this, like a big cooler, but somehow it transforms. The cooler remains in the middle for the cooler, but it forms a table.
We definitely got to get that.
Man, listen, I
took that down to the riverfront and make a whole move out of that one for real.
They listen. Shout out to Demond M. Cherry, the comedian, Park WTMH. She was showing me that stuff on Wish, and I was getting on eBay.
That's a whole jig.
Bro, they even got the thing. If you got a table, right? Like if you got like a regular, like a long table, or whatever, they got this little. It looked like a water toy that you blow up. But it's a cooler at the bottom of it. You blow it up, you put ice in it, and it keeps the ice on ice. Like a cooler. You can put all your stuff on top. But it fits actually a 6-foot table. And you put it on top of the table. Bro, it's
definitely a thing right there.
It's super dope. So this summer.
I'll go get that in a heartbeat. I'll buy that.
Like on eBay, that was like $20.
No, I'm talking about the one that comes out
the
the table.
The cooler, that's $70 on eBay. This is from a company that I got to look up the company because when I order on eBay, I go for companies, not for the people.
Right. I'm
telling you, it's the dopest thing. Because I was like, man, if you just buy like 3 of them, that's like a nice little, that's a triangle of a whole cookout. Like, and I mean, they probably it probably goes out to be like 5 or 6 feet, but you got the cooler in the middle, you got the table, and it comes with the 2 chairs. I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. So, yes, I will be ordering mine before Thursday. I gotta put some money on this person's card. Like I owe about $7. I gotta, make up for it.
Well, you got it. You got that today. Oh, thanks for the love, everybody. Thank you. Oh, there's my honey, Miss Morris.
Who's Miss Morris?
You know who Miss Morris is? She's giving her. What do you mean you don't know who Miss Morris is? What's your girl's last name?
Oh, you talking about Dee? Oh no, we don't call her.
I'm Miss Morris. She's Miss Morris. No, that's
I did it.
That's what
I did it.
Hi, honey.
No, you're Miss Morris,
and that's her last name too.
You miss it. She's not getting it.
Okay.
Yeah. Who started with who?
Anyway, okay, so we heard what Capone said. We heard what Capone said.
Shout out to the AC though.
AC, yeah, okay. It's freezing.
It felt good in here.
Oh
I give you my jacket because I don't want him to turn off the air.
Just got the AC.
Yeah, I know you guys need it. It's just me.
You just got the AC fixed. Say,
well, I've got low iron. You know, be all right. So yeah, I'm getting ready to get his jacket. I'll be all right.
Get the jacket right.
Get you some iron pills.
I got that too.
She said, "You ain't say nothing, Pop. I'm good."
Yeah.
So how was your weekend?
Yeah, what did you do this weekend?
Well, besides getting the car fixed, getting out of row. Oh yeah, that's what I was telling you. Okay, so you know, every time I got a story, it's something that happened.
Okay, is it just for the weekend or what just happened?
No, not just that. This is for the weekend.
Okay.
I already told you. Well, okay, so I get down to Canton and it's pretty okay and everything. I'm kind of distracted because of everything that was going on with the truck and everything. But I wake up and something says, "Look at your phone."
Oh.
Look at your phone. And I'm like, I get up and I'm telling you this out of like just waking up. I open my phone up and it says that I did a transaction at McDonald's. And I'm in Canton and it's in the Columbus, it's in the Columbus McDonald's. And I'm like, okay, so when was this? And it's like 5:30 in the morning. So I immediately call my bank and they're like, oh yeah. I was like, where's this McDonald's at? And they said on 17th and you over there where the fairgrounds is on 17th.
Oh, wow. 17th by the freeway?
Yeah, by that's where the McDonald's. I'm out of town. Yes. So I immediately like, okay, we need to close this. And I was like, what I need you to do is transfer my money off of there into my other account. Oh, we can't do that. Didn't understand why they couldn't do it. But by this time I was just like, okay, I'm just going to pull the money, call you right back and then shut it down.
Right.
By the time I get to the store to pull everything I can, or not the store, the bank to pull everything I can, they'd already pulled $400 and something out. So it was only $97 in this particular account.
How did they pull it out?
Well, this is what I asked the guy, which I know too because we do it at Chase. If they, those things that they have on the ATM. Remember, I told you I went to go get the truck fixed, and I went across the street, and it was one of them little bootleg ATMs that was there because they only took cash. I pulled from there, but I usually will check to see if I feel anything. I did not, and that's exactly what he said. He said what it looks like is they probably got your information because I had the card. They got the information from the ATM when I did it, and they made a new card. Yeah, they made a new card. They changed the pin and everything. Because when I tried to use my pin, it wasn't trying to go through. So then I had to get on real quick, change, put the pin back, to something else. Yeah.
So, but you get all that back.
Yeah, but but the good thing about it is that's why I don't keep all my money in one account. So yeah, I had then I had some cash on me.
Money rules that she just you heard that?
That's why I love cash. Then I can we pay you PayPal? Nah. Give me some cash.
Well, that's why I have a couple of accounts because of stuff like that can happen, and then I do keep cash on me as well, a little bit, enough to. And then your dad took care of me too, so I didn't have a problem.
Yeah, she ain't had to do too much,
Still
got to see the Avengers and everything.
Yeah, so that made my day because I got to see the Avengers.
What screen did you watch it on?
3D.
Really?
3D, and I'm telling you, if you did it on, did you watch it on 3D?
Nah.
You have to go back and watch it 3D. You have to go back and watch it 3D.
Another 3 hours.
I stopped. No. Here's the thing. I stopped. No,
it's 1.5 hours.
Titanic.
No, it's 3.
That's another.
It's 3.
Well, you know why? No, really. You know why I stopped watching the Marvel movies in 3D?
Why?
Because with me, it's too much. It's too much going on. Remember, I do graphic design, so.
You can miss something, because I've had to watch it twice.
They be flying right here, and I'm like, oh, then hold on, what?
Yeah,
why is there an explosion? I'm looking at this piece of glass.
But that's
what I did.
If it's snowing or something, you doing like this, wait a minute, it's not.
Why you because no matter what happens, 3D I think will always just be amazing.
Oh my gosh, it's
you be like the last time you be like. And then you look around and be like, I look stupid. No. But everybody else, because they used to do it when IMAX first came out on 3D. They used to have it before the movie came on. They had the under deep sea thing where you could play. They grab up and see if you grab it. They don't do that no more. They just do the previews with the movies.
Yeah.
Before it was like a game, 10 minutes in. So they be like, grab the bubbles, and that they're really not there. But you'd be like.
Well, but
right. That's exactly what they sound like too.
But you know what else I like? When you remember the Jungle Book, the last Jungle Book that came out, they really did do like they had it on Facebook now that they had a 3D where you can literally like you walking through and you're actually in the movie and you can you're talking. I actually got it on my phone. Yeah, but you can actually move it and you hear him talking to you and it's like you know if you actually turn around, you're literally turning around and you just you can literally move your phone and then you start seeing like a giant monkey that's talking to you and you like oh like it's really it was really nice.
Y'all hear that?
No.
She got almost to the eye. She said she's like oh she when she kept talking fast.
You know what I mean.
You know what I mean.
But it's all right.
Yeah, so, but my weekend ended up really, really good. I got to spend time with my son. He started his job up there to finish out these last, his hours, his community.
How many hours he got left?
He has to do 120. Yeah, he had to do 120, but because he graduates in 3 weeks, he has to do 40 hours plus school for these 3 weeks because they that's what I had to go down there for. Remember when I was telling you I'm mad because they didn't even call saying that.
Basically, he on a full-time job.
Well, he got 25 being in 3 days. He was killing it. And pretty much everybody there knows his. Yeah, he was.
What kind of job is it?
Well, it's a community center, but they have like food and everything in there. The guy that's there, they know the family. He was getting fed and everything. He had a ball. It's just that by the time he got home, he was just really exhausted.
Edie Connect now down there in Kings.
Oh yeah,
Edie Connect.
He got the oodles.
That's the community. That's
well, his dad's family. Everybody knows it. Knows him. So the guy that owns the place knew him immediately who he was. So I'm hoping that they'll just go ahead and keep him there because he really likes it. He knows the people and they really taking care of.
Well, that's how the programs work. It's almost like temp service. You be on so long. Some kids just working for the hours. Some kids be like, nah, this is cool.
Cool. He really likes it. He really likes it.
Oh, he can't beat that.
Yeah, he really likes it. But he's like, Mom, I can't wait for it to be over though, because I'm ready to come back to Columbus. I want to do all of this. He was like, and Capone was saying I can work this with him and everything, and I'm ready.
He ready.
But his cousin Rail wants him to work with him down in Florida for the summer.
Oh yeah,
because he has his own business.
He's going to Florida. He ain't coming to Columbus. He's like Columbus, Florida. I'm out of here.
No, he said he wants to do both. He said he wants to go ahead and do that for the summer and then come back here because he, with everything that's going on.
Yeah, for the summer. Florida, that's good vacation. He'd be all right.
And that's what the first thing he said was like, well, Mom, you was talking about going to Tampa anyway.
That's opportunity right there. See, my boy already got his foot planted and ready to go.
It sound dope. That's what I love. That's dope.
His cousin Rel has his own business down there. He's an engineer.
What kind of engineer?
I don't know, but I know he pretty much wants to get Desmond down there. He said because he needs some young bucks. He said he's tired of working with these old men.
Some old niggas around there complaining like, man, it's too much salt
back.
Right, put some Diet Coke and Pepsi and shit.
And he would start off. He's going to start him off right off with $33 an hour.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah.
And that's in Florida?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. So I will understand if you never come back to Columbus.
I definitely.
Because I don't know when you're going to start like that. Like starting out the gate out of school?
Yeah.
Woo, that's better.
Nobody getting
that's better than a doctor right there.
I told him just save up. Just
nobody getting on
save it up. Woo. And, he was like, okay, so, and he did hear what you were saying. He was like, so what was Capone talking about, Mom? I was like, he was talking about some event we're getting ready to do. I don't know. We didn't get into it very much. So he's snooping.
And he ready to come back home.
He is ready to come back home.
I mean, of course, he got a whole family. He
got like a ton of family down there, too. But he's just ready to come home.
Nobody like Mom.
Yep.
You can have a whole other thing somewhere else, but like, nah, where Mom at?
That's what he does too.
Where Mom at? I'll come see y'all another day. I want to go with Mom at. Where my brother at? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's how he is. He was kind of hurt. He didn't get to really spend any time with Ryan this last time he was here. He was like,
remember he kicked it on the radio before, so I thought that was a good new experience. And then the family's here, so it's like,
yeah, that was his first time being on the radio in general. He was just like,
and then he actually seen you working. I think that was timing because you got to do this, so you was the man. And then he said right there, like, oh, bro is running the show.
Right.
Everybody at school like, hey. Y'all think y'all doing something, bro?
He went back and was showing that show to everybody. Everybody was like, I didn't know your family was doing it like that down there. And he was like, yeah, he was here.
And you never know how it looked to somebody who ain't seen it. He probably showed them that it was like, for real. He said back like, this ain't nothing. Y'all want to see more? Look, fashion shows.
And that's exactly how he started doing it. Like, look, I do lighting for the fashion shows. I do this, I do that. And I'm like, okay, just focus on school.
Yeah, get out.
Get out of there. Yeah, because I had to go down there and put some, like, get a couple of them straight.
Yeah, get you. Always trying to look. Every conversation, look at her face change. Look.
It was too much. You know what I'm saying?
You seen the side out, right? That side out was crazy.
She's like, you had to go get somebody together. Yeah. I went out there and showed them my boot, and they wrote the sign and said, this where the blood was.
She almost thought she went like this.
Because like he literally wrote this paper, and he did a good paper, and this is a teacher that he's been having problems with throughout the year. And I'm not going to say it's partly him too, but you as a teacher, you're the adult. So you need to act like one of the teachers. She's going to sit up there and tell him, oh, well, I can't take this because you plagiarized it. I watched him do this. He put references for everything that, where you can reference everything. And how can you plagiarize statistics? They have to go in exactly the way they are. So you can't do that. So I had to
make them up.
Yeah.
If anybody can do it, not everybody can.
Right. And then he had the references there. So when she was like, well, I didn't I was like, so I want to know where he plagiarized his paper at. I need to know this because this is what one of the things he has to have done to graduate. So how is he a plagiarist? She went from saying that to, we just would like him to do his work, here in class. And I was like, yeah, but if he doesn't have the time to do it and he's getting it done, that's what the basis of this is. But you don't tell him that he's plagiarized something when it's right there in black and white where you can reference this stuff at.
Miss me with it.
And then he was like, well, then she went to, he hasn't been coming to class. And then I was like, he hasn't been coming to this classes because you kept saying you weren't getting the essay that I know I sent through my computer to you that you said you weren't get. That's why I'm here now to give it to you in person to make sure you have it. So he was going to a math class to make sure that he got his math together.
I'm gonna make you a shirt. It's gonna say check my background. Think about who are you? Just check my background.
All kidding aside, Capone, you be the same way about your kids. Especially if it's somebody that's really, you got.
I'm gonna tell you like this: if I gotta go down there, I'm gonna slap somebody. But I'm on the phone. It's too many face apps.
Right.
You be like, let me talk to your teacher. Give a phone.
Right. But she wouldn't take the phone because I did that. She was like, no, I'm okay. Well, that's okay because I'll come down there. And then the guy that's supposed to be getting him a job sent him to a job that they didn't even know he was supposed to be
at. Yeah, you told me about that. I still was like, how is he somewhere? He's not getting credit for being.
Right. And that's what I told him. I was like, it's not his fault, so he should get credit for that.
Because he's there.
Yeah. And
they could be like, well, he ain't supposed to be. Y'all said he's supposed to be there, so as much as he's not the only one,
right? And then this is the same thing. This next one, they had him at another job, and the guy was like, "Well, we need him in the morning. How can you schedule him in the morning and he's at school in the mornings?" So that's somebody trying to mess up.
Yeah, somebody covering somebody's butt because the time schedule is right there when the child. When a minor can work,
exactly. He's not a minor anymore. He's 18, but he still can't miss because
it's still a truancy, right? Truancy, academic truancy.
So why would you put him in there? So now we've had to. I've been on the phone like every day. Well, I was there from Thursday up until Sunday, and then I've been on the phone every day, like get it together, fix it, and just now he's came here, so he's going to get credit for this too. Every time y'all screw up, y'all not going to mess him.
That's why he I'm ready to come back to Columbus, get out of here. Let me get this done.
Right.
He like, look, I quit, y'all. I did what y'all wanted me to do. Here, give me my paper, give me my hair. I'm gonna go, hey.
And that's what he's ready. He's ready to get out of there.
Get out of here. Y'all can have this.
But we had a great time this weekend. I really did, especially seeing the Avengers. And, oh my God, he just kept hitting my arm. I had such a bruise on my arm. He was like, Mom.
That's how Destiny was. She was like, Dad. I was like, man,
I'm right here. I'm watching with you.
Man, I was kind of loud. My daughter was more like, Dad, like calm down, because when it happened, I was like, oh shit. She was like, Dad. I was like, shut up. I was like, shut up. Watch the movie.
Or this part when he was like, this is. I was like,
man, listen. I think everybody in the movie theater was was waiting to do something like that.
Yeah, because I was just like, and then his dad, because his dad was sitting on this side, he was sitting on this side.
Oh my. Go ahead.
And you know, on this side, and his dad was looking at me like, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "That's why you know you're not a real fan, because everybody know what this means."
Yeah, the
kids won't even go.
It was a very interesting movie.
With me really when I started. Essence doesn't.
It was good, but you know, there's a couple movies out there that's really dope that didn't get no love like it was supposed to. Rampage.
Yeah, Rampage didn't get
Rampage.
Love that movie. That monkey wasn't no joke.
But does anybody? Because see, I was trying to tell my daughter. I was like, Fatty, you know where Rampage from? She was like, no. I was like, well, a long time ago, it was a video game where they had to go up on the buildings and knock the windows out and bash the building until it fell. Mm-hmm. She was like, what? I was like, man. I was like, you could be the wolf, the monkey, or lizard. And there was another green creature. And she was like, well, I was like, you had to climb up on the building and beat the building until it fell. And I'm like, Rampage. So I was like, because she ain't seen it yet. No, she says she's seen it. I didn't get to see it with her. Mm-hmm. I was like, the part where he went up on the building and everybody, I was like, if you was in the theater, everybody started clapping or something at that point, because that was like the beginning of the video game. And then anybody who remembers Rampage tear them buildings up. But
when I thought he died, though, I was like, no. And that was so funny how they ended that, though, when he was like, "Oh, you were joking? You not that? You think that's funny?" And then he did like put his middle finger up. That's like. I love the part where he flicked him off. I was like, "Girl, really?" Because it was so funny. It was so real the way he did that. So, yeah.
You know,
have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, you have to see it.
I'm gonna go see it.
It's very good.
Listen. You know what game should be a movie though?
What?
God of War. The last game.
Did you see this last game that came out?
That's I like to play the old ones. I was on the PlayStation. Listen, I love those games.
This last one, their story fits with the exact way of Greek philosophy. I'm real big in Greek philosophy. I love it.
Okay.
So with the coordination of him having his son and then
teaching him the way.
Yeah, teaching him. He's actually training him.
This next God of War,
the next, because what I'm thinking, he honestly is, his son is a god, but he doesn't realize it.
Oh, okay. And so, you played the game?
No, I watched it on YouTube.
Oh, you watched the scene?
I watched all of it.
Yeah, because they actually have a storyline.
47 parts.
Yeah, it actually has a storyline that is really good that looks like it could be a movie.
I watched somebody else play the game. Yeah, I watched somebody else play this game. And I don't like doing it. I don't like watching somebody else play the game. But this game, man, the whole time I was just like,
I might have to look that up.
Stuck
because I love God of War. I love God of War. I love the old God of War where like he be jumping, you gotta hit X. Yep. Then he about to get, you gotta move this. Like
this
I love it.
I mean the graphics on it, everything is so
the graphics
nice.
Is fire.
You know another movie?
What?
Pacific Rim 2.
See, you thought I was joking. They be thinking I'll be playing with her. But you have to see the first one first.
Did y'all see that?
That's why I told Fatty. Everybody, when I say Fatty, I'm talking about my daughter.
I'm talking to the internet now. I know y'all seen it.
I told Fatty, I was like, because she hasn't seen it yet. Mm-hmm. And I was like,
but they have to see the first one.
That's what I told her. I said, you cannot watch the second one unless you watch the first one. But if you just watch the second one, the second one was way better than the first one.
Because you actually got a storyline. Because the only thing, the way the first one came in is that they were already there. They were already fighting. It was, so you really didn't know why they came, how they came, or anything. The second one went into more detail why they were actually there and how they got there in the first place. Yeah. So I was just like, that was the bomb. Yeah, that was the bomb.
It was dope. Oh, okay. Real quick. What they were doing, the medieval times things, I had to get on the land of Rivendell. Rivendell from, I think it's like the Lord of the Rings or something like that. But the land of Rivendell, and I made a post. They let me in a group, and I made a post. I said, amazing show this past Sunday at the Park of Roses, WTMH Radio. We have to come out and broadcast live. Please keep us informed for future events.
Yeah.
They lit my comment up. They say, it was like we have another day and a battle next month. They got, man.
We should really go though.
Hold on.
I'm going. It's going.
Sunday, May 27th. Oh yeah, that's one of the last.
I'm about to get my
I found out about those actually, and I didn't think they were really real by watching Supernatural. No, I actually watched Supernatural, and the one girl that helped them kill.
Pictures.
They actually showed her doing that game where they actually literally, and they are so involved in it, like they
serious. That's like their virtual reality.
Right.
Because the dude, like I'm looking at the pictures, I remember some of these pictures. The dude he had on a gray shirt, gray shorts, and some gray like shoes, and he had like a blue, I think it was blue bandana. When they was running to each other, he was jumping over people. And we sitting there like.
Well, that's because he's an MMA.
No. The MMA people was on the sideline with us.
Oh.
He's a competitor.
Oh.
He was jumping and hitting them, and like when they was doing the swords, he was really like I was like.
Oh, he practiced.
Yeah, I'm looking at the picture.
I was a big one.
They got video too. I'm sorry.
What is it? I want
the land of Rivendell.
No, that's what's the name of the group.
Yeah, that's the name of the group. But that's what they put. That's what they put. The land of the Rivendell is the.
There it is. I got it right.
It's the community for that.
For all of them.
And it's like 4 or 5 clans. Man, it's. I thought it was just
kind of like Clash of Clans too, though. If you think about it. Oh, you.
I didn't hear what you said. What's
Clash of Clans.
That sound like it probably be like. She's out to get video. I didn't know she's recording video. This lady out here.
It goes down, dog.
It was going down, but listen, and nobody was cheating.
I knew it was real when I was at work last weekend, right? And a few of my colleagues, they were coming from the bathroom and had those on, like dead serious.
Like they just got done.
Like they just put the costume on.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, they don't play. And then some of them at my job actually do Dungeon and Dragon on like a lunch break and stuff like that, and it goes down like in our break room. So serious. It's real.
They got event shares on here, like so the thing is like we have another battle next month, May 27th. That's like I said last
WTMH is Spotlight Columbus will be there.
Hey, we're gonna be there. We're gonna
be in
there. And they was welcome. They was like, yo, if y'all want to do it, like come on, we having fun. And I'm like,
because I know how to sword play. I get down, bro. The whole
I like in there. See, I like to watch new things, and that to me that was crazy. Like to watch. Like I'm the sideline guy, or I'll be like team captain. I get the strategy together for the win, but I'm not about to be out there because I know me, and if I lose myself in that virtual reality for I'm gonna hurt somebody.
It's over.
But the dude was like, "Yo, check out our swords," and I hit my hand. I said, "Y'all hit each other with this," and I was like, "Well," he was like, "We can take it." I was like, and the girls get their ass whooped, but they kept running. I said, "Man, y'all crazy," but it was really dope. And I'm gonna talk about them because they was friendly and they invited. And when as I said, radio, everybody's looking for some kind of exposure.
Yep.
And for what they're doing, I think that was really cool. But I think it made it more cool that the kids was loving what's going on. So I was like, they said if your kids are 16, they can participate.
It's the culture, man. It's the culture.
It's dope. Well, they got the video. I'm gonna share the video.
So. With your weekend, you done or you done?
Mother,
are you the rest of your weekend? Were you done with that because you didn't get to?
We went from talking about movies to talking.
I know. We started talking about Avengers, and I think that was the
climax.
That was the climax of my weekend. That was the climax. I mean, like once I seen that, and I'm going to see it again and again. And at least one more time again.
All right. So
they've already they've already got that on
Fire Stick.
Yeah, on the Fire Stick.
They did the same thing for Black Panther. But
did you say Black Panther?
Yeah, Black Panther.
I spent a lot of time with my nephew this weekend. Like
Black Panther. I was got that baby talking side.
Yeah, man. I got to really kick it with my nephew this weekend, and we had a ball. And I took him this today, so it was pretty dope, man.
How much money you spend? Somebody say kid, he's like, we had a good time. It's like, how much?
It was enough.
Yeah, okay.
It was enough.
I actually got intoxicated.
Oh, you got drunk?
I said intoxicated.
That's the safe way to say it.
She said she was inebriated.
It was intoxicated and drunk are two different things. Intoxicated is where you feel it. You feel it.
She was tipsy.
You're not. Yeah.
That's what she was saying.
Yeah.
She was tipsy. You weren't intoxicated.
But it wasn't. But it wasn't drunk.
Her tipsy is drunk though.
No, it's not.
I don't know if you don't drink.
I don't know if you can. I don't.
Oh, she get emotional.
I love you. I love you.
She being a
I don't care what nobody say. You're my baby.
I can see that.
Really? Hey, Ryan.
That's what you get for fans hormones.
Well, you know I love you. You know I love you.
About like a Columbus.
It's like Columbus. I love y'all. I love y'all.
I know my baby.
No,
I got my baby.
But it was just a cup. That was just one time. It was
One time.
No, it was one time where I got and I remember I woke up in their bed because I was like, I love my babies.
Fetal position in my bed. I was like, Mom. Oh, Mom. I was 16. Mom, get up. She's like, it's okay. I'm gonna just sleep right here. I was like, I'm sleeping on the couch. Okay.
No, I didn't. I said, why?
Yes, you did. Yes,
she did ask why first.
Because it kind of hurt my feelings. Because I was like, I want to be. Because I made all of them. I wanted all my kids to be in the same bed with me. And I kicked their dad.
If I was you, I wouldn't drink either because you're an emotional buzzer. I was going to say that.
Oh my God.
I love you, man.
I was doing that with your brother, and I was like, yes, man, I love you so much.
Yeah,
he's like,
oh, baby growing up.
And then you know how your dad is. Oh God.
Here we go.
It was like your mama love you. Oh God.
So yeah, between hanging out with my nephew and getting this charity car wash event together, and actually doing the singers hangout last night. Oh,
he was. I told him to tag you in because it was really good. Capone, you gotta go. You got no. I wasn't. I was at work. I was watching it. Because I get all my stuff at work.
I went live. No work. You can see it.
Work. I'm talking and I'm listening to it at the same time. I took out my ears.
I was not in your job description to be doing that.
As long as I get the job done, they don't mess with me.
That's right.
They don't mess with me.
But I went live on our Spotlight of Columbus page for about like 20-25 minutes, and then I went live.
It was
on
really nice.
My Instagram. But after it took like in that vibe and in this whole entire in that element, the environment was chill.
Go on this page.
And
where was you at?
It was actually because they hold it at different locations.
Right.
So you'll get a text message or you'll get alerted.
Where was it? Is what he said.
It was actually at a salon on Broad Street.
A salon?
Yeah.
And it was a ton of people.
It was a black-owned salon.
Inside or outside?
Inside. It was a ton of them. They were just going back and forth. He did something. I was like, "Oh, look at me!"
I did a freestyle.
Look, and we was on the phone. We was on the phones, and I had Jazwan. I was like, "Jazwan, look at it." And then she started looking. Then we had everybody looking at them. We was getting beeps, and still talking on the phone.
I would have chimed in. You saw what day was this?
That was last night. They started late. They started at 10 o'clock, but it went until 1:30. And it was dope. We had some rappers in there and everything too.
I know a fully black owned. I know a couple of fully black owned barbershops up north. Maybe that could be, but really. Like my brother owns Cutmaster right there on Hudson and Cleveland.
Okay, then what is let me talk to them then because I'm supposed to.
We said so. I'm thinking
have a few of them come up to the radio show next month if everything goes through. So
actually, I'll put his. I put his Facebook inside your inbox.
Lakon came up there and killed too again.
Did his dude come with the?
Yes, he was the funniest. He was the funniest.
That's why I said you got to see the video on his page.
It for the whole night. It was lit, man. It was a whole situation or a lituation.
A lituation.
Yeah, but the energy was all the way there. I met some good artists. I actually networked with a lot of great artists, and I plugged the mess out of the show and the radio show. So
that's what you do. That's what you do. Boy, you did good.
Yeah, you did good. We probably let them know, and with that, I heard some great voices. I heard some quality sounds, and some good producers out there too. So it was fire. It was a whole situation. I loved it.
There go most of your roster for May, June, and July.
Bro.
Keep it going. Because shit, you come here one day, you might have them all in there on that back room and have a jam session. And that's the word that I was looking for last week. It was the vibe. It was damn jam session.
Jam session.
And that was what you had correct me on your friend. As soon as you said it, I'm like, oh yeah, jam session.
Oh, jam session.
Because one dude over there started jamming, and then once a person follow up, it's kind of chain reaction.
It was like so how it started. We would start with it started with us actually warming up. Like we all started doing our warm ups and everything like that, and then it transformed into a song. And
you was on the keys the whole time.
Who was on the keys?
Who was drumming?
We ain't had no drum.
Y'all had to play on the wall.
Just drumming. It was just all piano.
I was doing some ballads in there.
It was going in like.
Okay, who got it on the phone? I mean, who we actually recorded, not went live.
His name is Tag. He got everything. And then actually we had a photographer in there too that had the video of it as well, pictures and video. So as soon as I get those, you'll be seeing those all over the place. Like
put them in the spotlight, on the stage, and everybody there.
Amazing.
Game one. That's dope.
Okay, so we are 1 hour in, a little over 1 hour in. Okay. The first thing I want to say is make sure you guys know that you are welcome to be a part of the conversation. The number here is 614-781-0754.
What did y'all do this weekend?
Yeah, tell us about your weekend. You hear what we're talking about. I started off bad, but it ended very well for me. And you see Capone had a great time, and so did William. So we all had just great weekends. Great weekend.
The weather was good, even though it got a little breezy yesterday. It was still dope.
It was still good.
It was dope.
Nice. It was still nice.
It was dope.
So we're going to break into a commercial or some music, and we are going to come right back and talk about some more. Let's go into this Kanye West situation when we get back.
It's going to be a good one.
We'll be right back.
You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus every Monday from 6 to 8. You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus on WTF. You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus every Monday from 6 to 8. You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus only on WTF. I gotta stop myself, don't wanna say too much. But sometimes I feel like I haven't said enough. I can't even fathom how some of these niggas take me. To be real with you, I just can't get enough. Let me start. I'm on my grind to the tippy top. Trying their best, but they cannot. I'll be the shit and I know they go. Please do not test, cause I've seen a lot. Add some diversity to the past. Truly the son of some limits. And I'm thanking God for the ones I'm not. Looking at me with a certain seed. Love, I don't see. Similar to LeBron. Bounce back now and creep. Taking the L, best believe it's a lesson. I'ma always be progressing. If they're talking, I'ma let them yeah. Cause I love it, yeah. I love it, yeah. So I love it, yeah. I love it, yeah. Oh, I love it, yeah. So I love it, yeah. I love it, yeah. So I love it, yeah. I love it, yeah. I keep it real, they got no time to keep it down. See it moving, so surprised now. I just came up the devil. I never planned on settling. This here ain't for pretend, no. I stand out, I never learned. Such a different ways to win. This here ain't no scratching. I put in the time, yeah. Keeping the vibe, yeah. Need every dime for it. Trying to take care of my problem. Grinding so I got to try, gotta make it. That's the one thing on my mind. Know that's gonna take some time. Know that I gotta go get it though. Ooh, they don't wanna see you shine. They don't wanna see you blessing. They might pray on your demise. You can't let us. I'ma make it, that's the truth. Watch the kid do what I do. And if they talking, I'm a come on, no. Cause I love it, yeah. So I love it, yeah. So I love it, yeah. So I love it, yeah. Oh. So I love it, yeah. I love it, yeah. So I love it, yeah. I love it, yeah. Oh.
Fox, you come with me.
Ain't no way the devil come. Let's say lies. No way. Ain't no way the devil say lies. Yeah, he tells me I ain't worth a penny. Maybe that's why no one will defend me. Many hate, few and very few really feel me. What's that devil? Go and get the Henny. Hold the other bottle with tonic. Pressure in my brain, maybe that's why Pops is an alcoholic. So I gotta go up, be a man, get down, speak up on the summer, so we'll never ever be up on it. Oh, when all the hypochondriacs and all the hypocrites and all the smart actors are just a little bit. Get together, formulate a plot, thinking God's not hearing it. Come on, man, not a little bit. That's when I know the devil's a work. Cause I know what this many people can handle in church or feel with your man's at. But can't play cause when you look, it's nothing but knives or his hands at. See, when I walk through, it's the nice, then it's up to Christ. Saying that he paid the price. Then I saw the light, it was shining bright. Single candlestick, dark room, man, with the candlelight. But I keep on writing till it bring light. Keep it in the pad, that's the only other way, right? Keep the big picture in sight. Wrap the fingers all the way around to your whole hand to the sight. See, the devil thought he had a plan, yeah. See, the devil thought he had my hand. Gotta meet you every which way to a fake promised land that he never made with him. He stepped and sink of sand, yeah. See, it's never okay to be in the same place, cause you never awake. Then it's too late to try to replace what's already been placed. That's why you gotta turn around, stand up and say, turn that one night. 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 Let's say it like this. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. Ain't no way the devil go. Let's say it like this. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. Ain't no way the devil go. Let's say it like this. Now I'm about to take it up to another level. Tell the truth, the whole truth about the devil. He's the first one to spread lies, break ties, first one to make a mother cry. Why? I don't know why, but I do know that God saved me. Had me follow that long straight and never ever since I was a baby. The devil tried to persuade me, drove me crazy. Stop loving God, boy, please, you couldn't pay me. Oh, now I'm about to tell her like it is, and the parents and the kids get the same type of message. No question, see the devil hates positivity. Drink it all up, call your lemonade, leave you empty. Now here's a new way. Okay, to tell the devil no way. Jose, you gotta educate your mind all the time, otherwise you'll be the blind man sitting in the movie. Only a percent of y'all will get it. Only a percent of y'all will be with it. Are you with it? Cause the devil come up with your head and he ain't stopping. I told you before, hit your body, leave you rocking. We in the manhole. It's so dark you can see the videos of the gorillas of the Congo. That's why you can't listen though. But some of y'all folks out there don't wanna hear me though. See, the devil thought he had a plan, yeah. See, the devil thought he had my hand. Gotta meet through every which way to a fake promised land that he never made with him. He stepped in sink and sand, yeah. See, it's never okay to be in the same place, cause you never will wait. Then it's too late to try to replace what's already been placed. That's why you gotta turn around, stand up and say, turn that one night, turn that one night, turn that one night, turn that one night, turn that one night. Let's say it like this. No way, no way, no way, no way, no way, no way. Ain't no way the devil come. Let's say it like this. No way, no way, no way, no way, no way, no way. Ain't no way the devil coming with the same lie.
Yeah, I'm EJ. Flip. I know we've been talking about kicking it, no need to play, girl. You know you the shit with it, prepping your meals, got a plan and you stick with it, girl. You look good in them jeans with the rips in the diamonds like money. Be careful with spinning it. I just wanna limit your Benjamin so I can copy you that Lexus. You wish to get more than enough bread to pay your tuition with. We met on your birthday, it might have been Thursday, my first time in Niles. You got what I wanted, no reason to stand. I've been stuck in denial, With that jack in the trunk when you jump in that truck and you chuckle and smile, I need more than some rum to forget about them bums, girl. Is you from Ohio? Don't know why I hesitated in the first place. Cooper's hoping you get off if I don't work late. Cause I'm a type of guy to show up at your workplace just to give you flowers for your workspace. It's down each. If I want it, I get it. The youngest lieutenant, turn up till I'm finished. Those couple of women that's up in my business get nothing. They frontin', you got something different there.
I need something new.
Yeah, I need it.
I need something new.
Yeah, I need it.
All these girls the same. Girl, what's up with you? I need something new. I need something new. All these girls the same. Girl, what's up with you? I need something new.
Yeah, I need it. Yeah, I need it.
I need something new.
What's up with you?
I need something new.
Yeah, I need it.
All these girls the same. Girl, what's up with you?
Yeah, real life. I need something new now. What's up with you? It might be you, you know. Oh, shit. What's up with you? I mean, look. Me and Willie hit you on the Snapchat. I just want to send you something you can laugh at. Doing stuff to make you blush when you first watch. It was in Shane's spot where we crash at. Always focused on the money, gotta stack that. But sometimes I gotta teach you how your day going. And even if you tell me it ain't that bad, I'ma try to make you smile, that's why I stay joking. You know this when a nigga drop a song. Type of shit that made me wanna hit you on your phone. Asking who you with it, and if you stay at home at London, we should go out there and lunch and maybe kick it what you want. Bottle of Moscato, I can cop it when you're ready. I've been thinking about it ever since I left Miami. Ain't nobody yakking, but I'm rapping for a Grammy. Trying to show you I'm the captain, get the neck in this Marzetti. Gonna be good with the shit I cook up. I'm waiting here patient, no pacing, I'm taking my time. I got wine in this age and these rhymes that I'm writing. My mind has been thinking, no lie, I can't fake it. Fake it. You got something new, please don't get too confused. I'm just speaking the truth, press repeat on this song so you don't get it wrong, girl, it's all about you.
I need something new. I need something new. All these girls the same. Girl, what's up with you? I need something new. I need something new. All these girls the same. Girl, what's up with you? I need something new. I need something new. I need something new. All these girls the same. Girl, what's up with you?
Yeah, I need it. Yeah, I need it. They're the same. What's up with you? Yeah, I need it. Yeah, I need it. They're the same. What's up with you? Yeah.
You're listening to Spotlight of
Let's sing it.
every Monday
From 6 to 8.
listening to
Spotlight of Columbus. Only on WTMA.
Spotlight of Columbus.
Every Monday from 6 to 8.
Spotlight of Columbus.
Only on WTMA. Yeah. And we are back at Spotlight of Columbus. Yeah. What's good? What's good? See, I guess this is when you can tell somebody has a good weekend because they come in with good vibes.
No, before he ate, he wasn't saying one word.
I was angry. I was angry.
I had to feed him. I'm like, what's wrong with you? I'm hungry. I'm just hungry, Mom.
I was angry.
That commercial about that, was it the candy bar?
It's very true. I've been like that since I was younger, though. I've been like that since I was younger. I don't talk to anybody if I'm hungry because they're not gonna get the right individual. They're not.
Like, what's wrong with you today?
Man, hey,
Like, leave me alone.
leave me alone. Don't talk to me. Leave me alone. I was like Kanye for real.
No.
I was like Kanye for real. I was in my bag of straight up irritation. Speaking of yay, let's get to the topic at hand. While he's trolling, because that's what it was. I don't think he switched up. I think he was trolling for his album that is coming out. But what he did was very stupid. Let's talk about him tweeting. Okay, tweeting is not the way. Okay, especially if you're trolling, trying to get people's reactions. I know he wanted to create dialogue and discussion, but he went about it all wrong. I can respect his marketing strategy, but for this being a very serious topic for Black people in general, you rubbed us all wrong. The majority of so let's just go about it like this. So his first tweet. His first coming back onto the scene of Twitter was good. It was inspiring. He was lit. It was good. And then there was a woman that made a statement saying that the Black Lives Matter is a hate group, a terrorist group.
Damn.
Yeah. So with that being said,
that?
She's actually on CNN. I think it is CNN.
So we're terrorists.
It's the right. That's what she said. She said I'm a terrorist because I'm pro Black Lives Matter. If you want to call it out, you see I'm in all black today. It's real. So with that being said, he tweets and says, I like the way she thinks. And with that, he didn't follow up. There was no follow-up answer or anything after that.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't from him. He's sending out just statements, random statements to actually irritate everybody. I feel like he wants everybody to start talking and basically about certain issues. He said, second tweet says, Black people don't realize they do not have to be Democrat in the Democratic Party, because if we really want to get into it, Democratic Party back before we were free were like the Republicans, and JFK made it okay to be a Democrat. That was the transition, and then Republicans turned into the villain with that. So I'm not pushing no views because honestly I'm not a Democrat. I'm actually independent.
You're a patriot.
I'm independent.
Patriot.
Yeah. So with that being said, I don't have any leg in that race of Democrat and Republican.
But I'm just saying he's putting out these statements and not following up with the question and letting everybody wonder, which I said is a great strategy. But in this day and age right now, what's going on with black people and how we're being portrayed and seen, it makes us feel like he's turned his back on us, one. And I talked about this actually on my live a few days ago when it actually popped off, and I said I would be talking about this. It irritates black people, one, because we remember Kanye dropout, college dropout, late registration, graduation, 808 and Heartbreak, and Beautiful Dark Fantasies, and everything like that. After that, this, as they say, quote unquote, new Kanye is trying to appeal to white people and get their blessings, so they say. I don't know what the agenda is or what he's doing. I feel like, honestly, I still am a Kanye fan.
Well, I think, because he said that, gotta get a reaction. Remember, I think it's not really stupid on his part because it's Kanye. He doesn't bite his tongue. He does it all the time. Like, it's like this. People had an uproar because he didn't explain it. Mm-hmm. But he don't have to. He doesn't. He is his own opinion. And he's a grown ass man. Mm-hmm. And he done broke records. He done did the impossible for him. Yep. Who cares? but honestly, I feel like with that Kanye, we can't praise him for being blunt and talk about this and not expect him to have a little glitch or two. But
this is my thing, okay? And I totally understand. Everybody has their opinion, but don't say
that was good as hell.
But don't say that
was good.
Don't say in one tweet like a couple years ago how Bush hates black people and you're pro-black and this, that, and the other, and you go a few years later and that's what my issue is. It's like he was all pro-black and and how this give me a second. And talking about, black people this and how we, have, just everything. And then you totally switch around, get blonde hair, get with the worst family in the world. And I don't think they were brainwashed or something. And then you done went from saying that to now you are a Trump supporter. And just with the tweets or the quotes that he's retweeting as far as, them saying that Republicans free protect the slaves and help black peoples, and you're retweeting, and that's correct, and this is it, and I love it. It's like, it's a contradiction. That's what I don't like. So it's not about that, what his opinion is. It's that you're contradicting yourself every few years with the things that you say. And to me, I do agree with you. I think right now it's not even about he has an opinion. He's just using this particular platform to build off of what he's bringing out as far as his music. Yes. And he knows it'll get that buzz.
Which that's why I said the marketing strategy is amazing. And which, for the people who know Kanye, he may say some things I heard. He may have his beliefs or whatever he's doing.
I don't think he has an opinion. I think it's he.
But everybody got to understand, whenever he does get ready to do something, he's a marketer. And he said it. Like, that's why.
And I think that's what it's more about. He said what he knew would get attention towards him.
He's doing
and a couple of days later, boom, let me bring out something that's going on with my music.
He's doing what Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt mastered. They mastered that they don't have to do nothing, but they stay in tabloids, they stay in somebody's mouth. They ain't got to do. She could go buy a Twix and throw it across Walmart's floor. Boom! And now, now it's crazy. Kanye does what he's always been like. You got to think, from the DJing to the promotion to production, he always managed to somehow put his name at the top of something. Like 50 Cent. Remember when they had that class? That was dope. Him and 50 Cent. That was dope. It made it seem like it was a true beef, and it wasn't even like that. They did it off of sales. The next day after they see one, they was like that was cool, wasn't it? Yeah. It was like, but I never looked at it as beef. I looked at it because Kanye and 50, no, because watch, but everybody forgot. Yeah, but the funny part is that was like the dumbest beef that people believe, because 50 and Kanye, they can't beef with each other.
They're on two different levels.
They were on
two different levels of their music and everything else. So there was no.
Because 50 is a gangster rapper. Kanye is a hip hop artist / producer. Might want to put the producer first for real. Yeah. So them beefing is like,
Don't get
bro.
it.
He can make your beats, bro.
Yeah.
He can make your beats.
So 50 can stop people from buying his beats.
He really can.
Really though.
I mean,
It is Kanye.
Back then, he could have. I don't know about now, but back
It's
then,
Kanye
yeah, I
West.
think he would have.
This is Kanye West that we're talking about here.
I
He's
know,
touched every.
but a lot of people don't like touching stuff that 50's against either.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody know you get 50 started,
He goes in.
he don't stop.
And
He'll
he
make,
doesn't stop.
he'll spend $5 million to make a 10-minute movie about you, just to be like, I still won. Like, I don't care about that loss. He said, what he say? I grew up with nothing, so me losing $20 million is nothing.
It's nothing.
But with that being said,
He's very consistent.
He'll keep it up until he knows you're going to relinquish. Like, he don't stop.
yeah, that's we clearly know
can't
that
ignore him.
just due to Rick Ross' situation with him. He went all the way there.
Rick Ross got the last laugh out of that. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, the Rick Ross got the last laugh because the baby mom got all that money. I was like 50, like, I don't care.
No,
I
but
don't care. Like,
with that being said, his marketing strategy is foul.
Yeah.
But I feel like honestly, it was a distraction. The media covered it because there were two situations with police officers where one was in three. One was in, or both of them were in a Walmart, or not a Walmart, but a Waffle House, where the woman was forced down against her will and she did nothing.
They almost had all her clothes off. They started, pulling her and yanking her so much her clothes was cut.
And then the Walmart shooter. Yeah, I didn't even know that. I mean, not Walmart, but Waffle House shooter. And then the third one was actually here in Columbus. A man was actually hemmed up and slammed on the ground. He's screaming out, I didn't do it. He's screaming out, I'm not resisting. The cop sweeps his feet, slams him on the ground, and these are two cops on his neck. He said, I can't breathe. The man passes out.
That's happened.
And
That's happened multiple times.
In my feed, I wasn't really worried about Kanye. Kanye's going to be Kanye. But these stories were not heard over this amount of time of Kanye's whole thing. It was drowned out by, hey, Kanye's doing this, Kanye's doing that. We need to be speaking on the real issues now. These are real issues. Meek Mill is out. That's congratulations to that man. Unjust, but we got Bill Cosby that's about to serve 30 years in prison.
I love Cosby. Did you see that nigga? You swear on him? He was like miss me with that.
Oh yeah.
I said, there's nothing you can't beat a real black man down, no matter what he's up against. He was like,
yeah.
But and started walking. I said, that is some gang.
But these allegations on him, the allegations on him, like, man, I feel like I think they picked up this when because he's been trying to buy a portion of NBC for over 30 years now. But they keep blocking him from doing this every single time his time comes around, because you can only apply for it every 10 years.
You know why it keeps popping? Because you're not talking through the pop.
Yeah. Okay. So he's approaching that 10-year mark, and they're not letting him actually.
But what if this is part of a situation to where it's just like whatever? But Cosby, we're talking about Cosby. No, we're talking about Cosby. Cosby don't care.
I feel like he does.
He's
been wanting NBC for the longest.
Cosby don't listen, man. Let me tell you something about Bill Cosby. He can't. Like, I started watching the whole Cosby episodes all over again. Just to be honest,
they come on TV One all the time.
But here's the thing:
they took it off. It's over now. They took his show completely off air after that.
Not off the fire stick, but But here's the thing: Cosby made history over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
He made a lot of money. He's done a lot of good for schools, colleges. His name is legendary. Cosby tired. He don't care. Yeah, it happened. Any man that can walk out of a courtroom and they be like, bro, you're guilty, and he walk out there smiling, and he did that. He did that.
I didn't see that.
He was walking, and he used to do like this, or he used to do his head like that. He did that walking down the street from the. He went. Dude, and they made a meme saying, "Yeah, miss me with that person," and I go like that. I said, any person that do that, Cosby old, he's tired, he don't care. But like this, you think Cosby gonna go to jail and they gonna put him with regular population? No,
definitely not.
He probably own the prison that he's going to. You never know. So
he probably did.
Cosby, you got to think about it. The best way to take a man off of his throne is to sit him in another type of chair. He probably tired, man. He tired.
True.
He probably, you know how many old people we seen where they be like, listen, I love y'all, but I'm tired. I don't want to die just yet, but I don't want to do nothing else. Like, I want to sit here. Cosby about to sit. Hey, you got to think. He got accused. When does he get sentenced? When do they say that? When does he get sentenced?
Supposed to have been this week.
He gonna get sentenced. If Martha can go to Camp Snoopy, Martha Stewart go to Camp Snoopy, what do you think Bill Cosby gonna do? He gonna have probably a whole prison floor by himself for a prison he probably built with Michael Jordan. Like, who cares? It sucks, but you can't take it away.
I can't see it that way. I mean, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
This legacy.
But you can't take it. But you can't erase.
No, but this is my point on that. It's a lot of these artists and these performers and everything that's done a lot for the community, a lot to bring. But that doesn't justify with these things that they've done.
No. I'm not justifying it. I'm just looking. I look at it from the other side of that football field. To be like, if it happened, it happened. Can't erase what he done. You can't erase that man. Like because
you have to see it from those women. Because they never thought they could get out. Just because you said what you said, because he was so high on that platform.
Yeah, but just because they found him guilty, also I don't believe he's guilty.
Well, I think with
they showed a picture with him around beautiful black women.
That doesn't make a difference.
I'm saying the people that he was close to.
Their problem is they're cocky.
No. They showed a picture. They showed a picture of him around. Like all the women that he was working, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, and then they showed the picture. I'm sorry, I know it's kind of
the ugly chick.
Showed a picture of the other chick, and it was like he been around all these beautiful women. He told me to do that. It's a hard pill for me to swallow.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, when they get to that point where they think they can have anybody, to hear one person say no, that's an insult to them, and a lot of
just like with R. Kelly too.
Yeah, well, I'm just talking about all of them. R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, what's his name? The producer, the big wig that like about 30, 50 people, women that came after him. I forget it. Was
it Quincy? No, it's not Quincy Jones.
No, I'm talking about the white guy. I forget his name. He's irrelevant, really. But I mean, at this point, it's irrelevant. But my thing is, you can't just dismiss the fact that they did these things just because they did good things in the world. Because these are people that, and I'm not saying all the women that, because they do have some scandalous women that just jumping in there for the money.
Because he said he got convicted of three of them.
Yeah,
but he was facing how many of them accused?
He had like 30 different. Yeah, and it was only 3 that went through. Hey, it was only 3 that went through.
Yeah. So out of those 10, 3.
Yeah, it was 3 that got, because of the sufficient evidence that they did have about it. But, my thing is, and don't get me wrong, I swear when I was growing up, I was thinking, I want Bill Cosby to be my dad. I did, because that's the kind of, that's the portrayal that he had. At the time, and everybody used to think that Felicia Rashad was, remember that Ryan was like my mom. Everybody was thinking like, so I loved it. But again, it doesn't excuse the fact of what was done.
It's a hard pill for me to swallow. I mean, it's kind of like, I'm not saying like if he did it, it's wrong. Okay, it's wrong. Man, he's Cosby. Listen, that's Cosby to me, man. Like my baby nickname was Mushmouth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just can't get
forget it. Even though I said it, forget it, bro. My dad, David Washington, may rest in peace, Bunny. He used to call me that when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I honestly, listen, man. If he did it, he did it, but it don't erase what he's done. It doesn't.
Right, and I'm not saying that, but it doesn't excuse what he's done either.
I really, you know what? If he did it, he did it. I still gonna watch his show.
Yeah, because it gave a lot of black people some, it gave
them that extra.
But it doesn't excuse what he has done.
True, if he really did do it.
I think he did. At least I think he did. I don't think he did all of them. I think it was a lot of them that jumped on the bandwagon on the ones that really had it done. So I'm not. Yeah, I do. I do.
If I had to judge it, I would be like, I think something happened back then maybe not like that.
The very first woman that they finally given it to, she's been saying this since day one. I remember back then when she came at him and they blew her off so quick because of how big he was.
That was serious because the money that ran out. He probably stopped paying them.
Well, but no, I don't know. But she did no. They said it. She never got any money. It's just that they never listened.
I'm talking about the people who wasn't listening.
Right. She's been talking about this since back then, but everybody blew it off because he was so hyped. He was so big. He was doing so much with the Cosbys and everything that nobody ever wanted to see him in that light. So with this particular, and that's what I'm saying. I think it's a lot of them that just jumped on the bandwagon. But with this particular woman that won, and she looks terrible now, but she didn't look like that then. If you look at her picture then, she looked like that then. So
there's a question with him.
Question of the day.
All right, question of the day. With him going to sit down, what do these what happens next with them? Is there a payout? Is there a compensation, or does it just he goes to jail? Then the story just gets blurred out.
Well, the first woman said it's not even about the money, and she's not looking for the money. She was just looking for justice, and he feels like he needs to answer to what he did to her.
Right. No, I'm not saying what they're asking. I'm saying what are they going to receive? Because you don't ask for it, don't mean that nothing's coming.
Well, she didn't want anything. She just wanted it to be out there. The very first one was crazy, and everything like that. Because if you see her picture back then, she looks nothing like she did.
So what about the other two? What do they tend to possibly receive?
So it's all depending on the verdict.
No, what it depends on.
Somebody had to put something on the table.
No, what it depends on is the severity. That's what they're going to base it off of. What was the severity of what happened? Exactly.
Did it prolong you to hate people or something?
Yeah, exactly. Now,
is it a mental thing?
And that's one of the reasons why I really feel with that first one, because I remember back then when she was bringing it up and they blew it up. I remember her, just like she was all over the place trying to get this, and she's not looking for any kind of compensation. She just says she wants justice because of the fact he's gotten away with it for so long.
Well, shout out to Bill Cosby, man. The man, the myth, the rapist. Hey, yo, man.
No, he didn't just say the rapist.
I'm just saying, man. If he did, he did. If he didn't, fuck it, man. Shit. I mean, they already took it.
I would.
They took stuff off of TV. I was mad they took stuff off TV before the verdict, anything. Mm-hmm. They just like, she said this. They cut all. I was like, whoa, that was.
Right, but they've done that with pretty much everybody that's gotten convicted of it. They shut everything down on them, like quick, because they don't want to be affiliated with that.
Yeah, but damn, accusations though.
With the Cosbys, though, I think that should have stayed on because of the fact that it was something that was as educational and something.
And it was on for too long.
Yeah,
the show was on for long, then the reruns on, then the spinoffs on, then the cartoons started popping up. Then y'all gonna cut everything. I just think that to me, that's the only part about this whole situation messed up. Because somebody says something about you, they go ahead and try to demolish you. It's like.
That's how the media is. Did you hear what Felicia Rashad said? Felicia Rashad defended him to the utmost, and she was like, "This is not about Bill Cosby. This is about them trying to tear a black man down and put this. What she say? And put this ahead of what's really going on in the world." That was her.
That's exactly what it is.
That's what her thing is, or that was her. She defended him. She did. But my thing is, it's just a lot of things. Even when they interviewed Lisa Bonet, did you see that interview? I knew something was going on there because she started just getting defiant. She was doing anything that he was asking her not to do because he wanted to keep it a really wholesome show. She was going out and started doing naked movies. And then, you see that one with Ricky York? That one, I forget the name of it. When she was in
paint and stuff like that, and they had the water dripping from the ceiling.
Yeah, right. And she was said that it showed it was a sex scene that she had with Ricky York, and it was like the first. That was the last thing he wanted her to do, and then it got so bad that he just to keep her quiet. They said that's why he gave her her own show because she started just lashing out so quick. But she even said it when they just did a recent interview with her that it was very tense on this screen. But she said that's as much as I can say because I was paid. She literally said that like I was paid. So if it was tense on the but she was like, but I'll let you know.
The shots fired.
Them shots was fired real hard.
But I was paid. Pow, pow.
Oh, who's on the building?
So
the cops,
So who we got that just came in?
I got my boy Tag here. He's actually 1/3, right?
Singers Hangout?
Yes.
Yeah.
1/3 of Singers Hangout. He was actually at the event last night, hosted it, and I'm gonna let him bring himself in.
Yeah, my name is Trigno.
My bad.
Founder of the Raj Formation.
So that's what it's called, because we've been asking that for the last.
Well, that's a media group that I'm running. You know what I'm saying? And the Singers Hangout actually is one of our events that we throw. So last night we threw our second big Singers Hangout. He's been there like to all of the small ones. So like
that was nice last night. Very nice.
Appreciate it. Yeah, pretty much like what we did. It started with 3 of us, and I'm not a singer at all. I just like to harmonize, and I like to hear good singing for real. So it started with my homie Lamont, who's another founder of the Singers Hangout.
Shout out to Lamont.
His sister and his now cousin-in-law. They were all singing. I'm like, would y'all like us to like have a whole bunch of singers in one room one day? And then we just all just do that. And then started after that, it was like 6 dudes and 1 girl. We was like, nah, we can't do that.
Looks like a gang bang.
So,
bro.
Oh my gosh.
Man, I mean, come on now. Whoever was thinking that's watching. Nobody was thinking.
Nobody was thinking that.
And we're back.
Go ahead, we're back.
But
y'all not human, y'all.
So it was like, you know what, let's invite, because the females have all the friends, quote unquote. So we invited some females come through. Then they came through. They told word of mouth, blah blah blah. Started spreading around. Then we got to like 50 people one time in like this small attic, and it was super dope. Like I ain't never seen nothing like it in person. So we was like, you know what, let's keep doing it, and that led up to last night. And yeah, it was nice. It was nice.
Capone, did you get to see it yet?
Yeah,
because I was watching it while I was at work, and I mean, I thought it was really nice. I was putting some, little things out there, like why I like it, because I mean, and it was like you guys were just going in so smooth with the next person coming in and the next person coming in. I thought that vibe was just really nice.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Y'all invited next time y'all come.
I would.
Or next time y'all had like free time, then it's normally on Sundays, but sometimes we might have it on another day. You never know. Like it's very spontaneous. That's the beauty about it.
Well, we definitely told William we wanted him to actually start, really filming them and putting it on live and everything like that, because he actually has it on our Spotlight of Columbus live feed.
Oh
So it was really nice. We want to keep doing that because I think that it's so awesome. And then this is for you're younger, even younger than you, to see that. That's the inspiration for them to start putting stuff like that together too, and doing things like that instead of being out in these streets doing the craziness, vibing like that, and actually enjoying that time that they're doing this. So I thought it was awesome.
And it's like I'm getting older now, so it's like I don't really like going to the club like that. So I'm like, man, I don't really listen to the Zanny music like that. So I'd rather just listen to other people do their thing.
Right.
And that's the whole premise of all of the events we throw. Like if we why would we support other people's music when we got music here? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
and which is what Spotlight of Columbus is about. We want to show off the pretty much talent, and and these people that just have that maturity about them, not just with music and entertainment, but that have their own businesses out here striving to make Columbus even bigger. You see the expansion going on, and I'm seeing a lot more African American, entrepreneurs that's actually going out here and really getting it done. But I commend you guys because I thought that was just great.
We appreciate you, honestly. That was dope.
With that being said, what else do you do? Because I know you do more than just that. Because I've seen you, we've come across each other a few times, just on going out and things like that. What other ventures are you doing right now?
I'm actually an MC. I do that. Songwrite. I sing a little bit, but not too much. That's not my lane yet. But also dance. I teach dance classes, hip hop. I teach. I have about like 9 different dance styles, urban dance styles in my pocket. So
I might need to come to one of those and learn how to do some urban dancing. Don't shake your head because I can. I keep trying to tell you, don't play.
I teach little white kids, and they have 3 left feet. So
thank you.
Listen, everybody can get it. Like you'll learn, and I'm a very good teacher. I take pride in that.
That's good. Now, where do you teach at? Where's your and this is so other people know, where do you actually teach at?
Right now, I'm doing different recitals right now, so I haven't been teaching like class. I might throw a master class in the next 2 or 3 weeks. But right now, I'm teaching in Dayton at the Funk Lab, and For the Love of Dance studio. That's off of Old Leonard, 1561 Old Leonard Avenue. That's pretty much, yep. I'm a North Side baby. Yeah. From Joyce.
That's this one right here too.
Shout out to Joyce Ave.
Yes, sir.
North Side.
Yes, sir. I know North Side. I also teach at C Dance sometimes, but that's like whenever I feel like it. You know what I'm saying? If I want to throw a class, then.
So if somebody wants to find you because they want to do, be in your classes or see what else you're doing or be a part of, the events that you're doing, how can they find you?
You can find me everywhere at TRIGKNOW. Whoever has TRIGNO, report that person because I need that name on all social media sites. But TRIGKNOW, that's Twitter, that's IG. Everywhere else, everywhere with an app. Yeah. So.
Sounds good. Okay. So on that note, Ryan, we want you to be the one to keep up with us as far as those events that he's doing, and not just and I don't know if you're a part of that, but I know there's some spoken words that you were doing as well. Is anything coming up for that?
There was actually a few over the weekend. I missed one, but I did go to the one on Saturday. I think it's called Republic Lounge.
Oh yeah, that's over on Fifth Avenue.
Yeah, they've done a lot of those there. I'm trying to actually find other people, and then there was the Vibe spoken word that was last Wednesday that I went to, and I wasn't able to go to that one, but Jasmine, my best friend Jasmine, she went out, and a friend of mine, Barb, actually hosted. So it was fun. Yeah. She actually did her thing. She didn't get to do her thing, but a lot of people did come out and show what they had, and just based off of the live, the post, the feeds, and everything like that, it was an amazing event on top of everything. So once I actually get into that circle too, because I am trying to get in every circle possible in that, so we can put a spotlight on that and the movers and the shakers of CO.
Shake. We are so happy that you came, and you have to come again and actually spend like the whole 2 hours with us. Tell us everything you're doing.
He linked me and Lakan up.
Oh really?
The first I think that was whose house were we at? Whose apartment was we at?
I think we were at Brittany Mills. East. Yeah, Brittany Mills.
East side.
Yeah, it was East side.
Way out east.
That was like, you cannot say that.
East side.
That was like so out east. I didn't even know where I was at.
No, well, that's our east side. Ours is all the way out. I'm Canal Winchester. East side.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's out of town.
Been to Canal Winchester.
You haven't?
I've never been to Canal Winchester.
It's not bad.
Ain't nothing out there.
You're not listening.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's all kind of stuff out in Canal Winchester. What you talking about?
Look at it.
Okay, so this is what I want to do. I actually want to do a spoken word in one of your events at my home, and actually put something together where we have
like a vibe session at your house.
Yes.
Oh, we can do that. That's nothing.
Yes, and I think that'd be like
you trying to do that?
We can do that.
Okay.
I think that'd be nice.
We was already talking about doing something like that.
And then you can say you've been out in Canal Winchester.
See, that's not out there.
So let me tell you why people think it's really not far. It's right off of Bryce Road. It's when Bryce Road turns into Gender, and that's Canal Winchester.
She still make it seem like it's not.
Because it's not. It's not super far out.
That's 20 minutes away from here.
No, yeah, from here. But if you're already out east, it's like 10 minutes.
there's a lot of people that live up north that go to these sessions.
Okay, well, I want them to come east.
Oh, they coming.
Yeah,
they coming. We're gonna make it happen.
And get a live feed, and we put it out there and actually video it. Yeah.
We can do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not opposed to it. I definitely got to talk to the team. But,
definitely, please do.
I'm pretty sure they're not going to be opposed to it either.
Yeah, because I think it's really, really nice. And we can.
What was the name of the salon?
The salon was Synergy.
Synergy.
Oh,
Synergy on Broad.
Synergy, yeah.
On Broad
Street.
Street.
Synergy, okay. See,
yeah, shout out to Sandy.
Yeah, shout out Sandy. That was awesome. Awesome. And then I think where you were talking about the Republic, because I know the owner. She's a sweetie pie. I actually did an interview with her too, because she's not only does she own that, but she actually is the makeup artist for most of the things that's going on here, like with Jack. I can't even think of Jack's last name, but the comedian Jack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like for the movie, when they did the movie, she was the one that did the makeup artist for everything for that movie that they did.
Okay.
There, I mean, but she does the fashion shows. She's one of the makeup artists that does everything for the fashion shows. So and she is awesome, a sweetie pie. I love her to death.
Okay.
So I think it'd be awesome to do something there too, and that's right in the middle of campus. So you'll get a big crowd, huge crowd. Yes.
A lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, I can do both.
I see you.
I can do both. Yeah, I can do both. No, you always sitting over there shaking your head about something.
I ain't doing that. I'm never research something. I sent you that cooler thing inside your inbox.
Oh,
too.
Thank you. I appreciate
that. So you gonna click on that.
I appreciate that. Why you sat up there and changed the subject, but yeah, I appreciate that.
Because I was letting you know what I was doing. Y'all think I'm trying
we
to find
actually do some stuff upstairs too. Like an event room.
Yeah, we got a multi-purpose room, hold 100+ people. Got lights and music system, chairs,
check that out after
recording studio up there, magazine company, TV stations, a bunch of stuff we got upstairs. So.
Okay, yeah, I'm about to check it out.
Touch down on all that. Like it ain't nothing to get it done for.
So we have 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And let's go out with a bang on the 7 minutes. Capone. You know that was coming, didn't you? Capone.
What's
what
up,
you got for us?
Nothing.
Yes, you do.
You ain't got no shameless plugs or nothing like that, because usually you do. Shameless plugs, events that you about to do.
I was over on eBay.
Let's talk about your show tomorrow.
I was trying to find something, because you said you wanted to practice with that camera, and I was actually finding something.
Yeah, because I'm about to bring it to you.
Actron PFA Studio Microphone Screen Accused Express Soundproof Filter for $40.
What is that?
When you put over the microphone, you put the whole thing over the mic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then we got a screen in front of it.
For the phone?
No. It's for studio recording.
It's for studio recording.
Yeah. Yeah, it's right now for $40.68.
See? He always get me right.
Everything.
He always get me right.
Yeah, it's like the chaotic ball, but this is the octagon version.
Oh, okay.
So
what events are you
I'm sorry.
coming up with? Because I know, like, dude, you were freaking busy, bro.
Yeah.
You stay busy. You hosted 2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
So what new events or what events are coming up in the future? I know the summer's about to be lit for you, I feel like, honestly. Because the last track that I heard with you and Mr. Banks.
Yeah.
That was fire.
He's done a video for that too, so pretty much what I got coming up is I have a few shows that I'm performing at.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember exactly where they are. We're doing a Ross Formation show. We're gonna do an acapella show.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna hear spoken word, you're gonna hear vocals, you're gonna hear bars, and everybody is like super good.
Nice.
Like I'm not even trying to gas my people, because like if they not good, then they not good. But they're really good. So you're gonna hear all of that. Might even see some dancing. I think June 16th, one of the recitals that I'm dancing for and teaching for, that's the recital day. So I'll be doing that. That will be at the Northland Performing Arts Center over there off of Morse
Road.
Yeah, it's a lot. You asked me pretty fast.
Because I need to know these events, because each and every time you have these events, I'm like, dang, he just killed it.
I'm pretty sure, I'm going to say this now, I'm pretty sure we're going to have another Singers Hangout next month.
Oh, I already know that for sure. Just let me know.
Next month we're going to have
So one thing we want to let you know, too, if you have any artists that want their music played on our show, we actually have a website. It's slcwww.com. WTMH Radio.
Can we get a bill for her getting that?
I didn't finish.
Where the bit? No, you.
Slash Spotlight of Columbus.
That was pretty good.
Sorry, at Yahoo.
Can you hit a bell on the whole bill? Where the bell go? Right, stole the bill.
And you get package. And we can actually play the music on the Capone actually listens to it. We actually have you guys on, and we play the music while we're talking to you about it. What was your inspiration for it? All of that.
And we want you to come back. So with that, we do want you to come back. Spend these 2 hours with us. So bring the camp, bro. Bring the camp.
Okay.
Definitely bring the camp.
We talked about it. I told him to come up here.
Yeah.
And then, I got to work on Monday.
Yeah, that's why I was shocked when you said you called off.
Bruh.
Yeah, I was like,
it was a very long weekend. So I'm like, man, I can't deal with no little white kids right now. But
we'll welcome you. And like I said, anytime, just go to that website. And again,
and I'm gonna send it
SLC. And then that's WTMH Radio. At yahoo.com.
Okay.
For you. I'm sorry.
She going tonight. She on there.
And I'll have him text you it.
Okay. I'm gonna send the whole care package. It's 13 of us, so
because we didn't have Lakon stuff on repeat up here.
Okay.
And then he came up, blessed us. So the next time you come up, we need y'all to bless us, bro.
Oh yeah, facts. Yeah, got you. It's nothing.
Now on that note, it is 7:58. We'd like to thank everybody who tuned in today to Spotlight of Columbus. Of course, my people that tune in every Monday from 6 to 8. Thank you so much. And our newbies, again, make sure you look at us on YouTube as well. And that's WTMH Radio. And that's / Spotlight of Columbus. You can actually see us. And thank you for all the love. I love you guys too. I see all the hearts. Thank you so much. But please come back next Monday, 6 to 8. We love you.
Only on WTMH.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to play that.
You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus. Every Monday from 6 to 8. You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus. On WTMH. You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus. Every Monday from 6 to 8. You're listening to Spotlight of Columbus. Only on WTMH. Say like this. I gotta stop myself, don't wanna say too much. But sometimes I feel like I haven't said enough. I can't even fathom how somebody can take me. To be real with you, I just can't get enough. Let me show. I'm on my grind to the tippy top. I'm trying their best, but they cannot. I'll be the shit and I know they know. Please do not test, cause I've seen a lot. Add some diversity to the past. I'm truly the son of some immigrants. And I'm thanking God for the ones I'm not. Looking at me with a certainty. Love I don't see. Similar to LeBron Brown. Bounce back down like 3. Taking the L, best believe it's a lesson. I'ma always be progressing. If they're talking, I'ma let them, yeah. Cause I love it, yeah. I love it, yeah. Said I love it, yeah. I love it, yeah. Oh. Said I love it, yeah. I love it, yeah. Said I love it, yeah. I love it, yeah. I keep it real, they got no time. They see it moving, last night. I just came with the devil. I never planned on settling this here and no. I stand out, I never been to different ways. This here ain't no scratching. I put it in time, keep it alive. Trying to take care of my grind this to I gotta make it, that's the one thing on my mind. No, that's gonna take some time. Well, I gotta get it though. They don't wanna see you shine. They don't wanna see you blessed. They might pray for your demise. You can't be good enough. I'ma make it, that's the truth. Watch the kid do what I do. And if they talking, I'm my pleasure. No. Cause I love it, yeah. So I love it, yeah. Yeah, yeah. So I love it, yeah. So I love it, yeah. Oh. So I love it, yeah. I love it, yeah. Yeah, yeah. So I love it, yeah. I love it, yeah. Oh.
DJ Young started. Six stars came before I knew your name. I was so curious, didn't know if you feel the same. Just to see my love.